Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back. Hi, I'm alive. I'm here. Such a long time since I've posted a video. I haven't even looked at my channel lately to see the last time I posted. I think it's been a few months, if not more than a few months. It's been a while. I know in my last video I talked about moving and, leaving that beautiful Lisa's house and, finding my own place, and was super optimistic about how that was going to play out and really open to what wanted to show up for me. And what really showed up for me was moving back home with my family. So, I moved back in with my parents. I would say maybe a few weeks after I had posted that video. I know that I was deciding to move and it was happening, and the house sold very fast. And so I spent the summer back with my family. So that was fun. It was challenging. I have to say it was very, very challenging moving back home, moving back into that dynamic with my family, especially the dynamic I have with my mother. And it was difficult. It's very challenging. I definitely moved through a lot of difficult emotions, purged a lot of belief systems that were no longer serving me, and it was a very challenging summer. I have to say that. I have to say, I had to leave my job. It was very toxic. So I was, without a job over the summer. So it was very, I felt a lot of things that were no longer serving my life forward were really crumbling over the summer and really restructuring kind of where I wanted my life to go from then on. So yeah. I feel like I have so much to say, but I don't want to make this a very lengthy, detailed video. Just know that it was a very challenging summer. I moved through a lot of emotions I felt I had processed, but it's like I was really processing some old belief systems, self-image, self-doubt, all these things I thought I had really grown past. I had to look at again, really get honest with myself and with my path forward. And as I spent that time sort of without a job, and I was really trying to seek some sort of stability in my life, in terms of money flow and life and navigating living with my parents again, and just all of these things were just sort of coming at me, but they were very understanding of my situation, and understanding of me really taking the time to try to find a job that was a good fit for me, and just all of those things. So through a lot of the hardship, there was a lot of grace. There was a lot of periods where they were very understanding, a lot of difficult periods where we had to really face each other for the first time in a really long time, and in harder ways. It was just really understanding and navigating this is me now, and I hadn't lived at home in so many years, so it was challenging, but as I spent a lot of that time without a job, I really got to look at kind of where I saw myself moving forward. Am I happy in Texas? Is this where I want to grow some roots for a while? Is this, what do I want to do? My parents kept bringing up, well, are you going to stay here? Are you going to get a car? Are you going to get a job, get your own place, da, da, da. And that just felt almost like an instant no in my body. It was I don't want to grow roots here. I love Texas. I loved growing up there, but ultimately it just isn't a place where I really saw myself long term, or even long to short term. I just was kind of like a stepping stone to just kind of find out where I wanted to go from here. So that's what I kind of want to talk about today. So I have a really good friend. His name is Brandon. I grew up with him in high school, known him for a really long time, and just through the years of me moving around and getting married and getting divorced, and he's sort of just always been a friend. And he lives in Maui, so he lives in Hawaii. And one day, as a joke, I mean, I'm talking like, I was bored one day. I was just like, how did you move to Maui? Like, how did this happen? So we had a conversation, and he was like, well, I got a woof job. Like, I just woofed and got out there, and I was like, woof what? What are you talking about? So woofing is a work-live trade. So if you woof somewhere, you put in a certain amount of hours of work on the property, which is most of the time it's like a B&B, a hotel, a farm, places where they need like labor or work done, and they have a place where you stay, where you can basically live on the land or live on the property for free. So I was like, oh, okay. So like he goes, yeah, I did it for a few months, and then I found a job and a house and a car, and like all the things just started lining up for him. And I was like, um, and he was like, oh, I actually know a guy who, you know, manages a farm out in Maui, and he's always looking for woofers to come and work on the farm. And I have wanted to learn about farming and permaculture and growing my own food and just learning more about how to be more self-sustainable. So I was like, fantastic. So I reached out to him. We had a lovely conversation, and it just started rolling. I literally just made the decision to move forward, to move to Maui. It felt right in my body. It felt right in my heart. Every time I would think of Maui, think about being in Hawaii, my heart just lit up. You know, not my ego, not my mind. It was like my heart and my solar plexus just got really lit up, and that's when I know I have a green light to something. When it feels right in those two places, it's like, go. So I made plans with Joe. It was like I was going to leave in October, and I was going to give myself a few months to gather money together and work for a few months or for a while, and just save up. And so I'm getting closer and closer to, making it to Maui. I think it was like end of September, and I was planning to leave like mid-October. I think it was like the second, right after the first week of October. I think it was like the 10th or 11th of October. And it's the time's coming, and then Joe reaches out to me, and he's like, our owner's been here. She's been restructuring the farm a lot, and she's decided to cancel the WOOF program and the internship program here at the farm. And I was like, I like have a plane ticket. Like, I'm leaving. Like, so I was like super shocked. I was like so bummed. I was like, wow, like, I guess everything is just, it felt like everything was falling through. And I was super bummed about it. I was like so excited to be in Hawaii and to learn on the farm. I mean, I was like so excited. I was saving money. I was like, we're doing it, and I was like selling stuff, getting rid of all my furniture. I mean, the wheels were turning at that point, and I was so bummed. I was like, I guess it's just not meant to be. I'm not meant to go to Hawaii, and that's okay. And I guess it's just not meant to be at this time. And I have to say, I stepped right into victimization during that moment. I was like, why me? Why has this always happened to me? Like, nothing ever goes my way. Like, I stepped into that energy that I usually do, which is just like being the victim. Woe is me, and like my life never goes to plan. Like everything falls through. I mean, just all of that. Just the sad, sappy stories that I've been telling myself my whole life. And about sitting in that energy for about a day, I would say about a day and a half. And I was driving to work, and I was like, I just had this realization, like, wait a second, like, the reason nothing happens for me is because I'm in that energy of being a victim in my life. Like, and I just had this moment of just like surrender. I was like, it's okay. Like, I will make it to Maui. It'll happen. Just not in the same way that I was wanting it to go in the same path that I was pushing it towards, right? Because for a while I was really forcing it. I was like, okay, Joe, and this is in order, and I was just really like pushing going to Hawaii like hard. It was like it had to go this route. And I was holding on to a lot of control of the situation. I was holding on to it so tight that I suffocated the entire thing. It crumbled and left like that. And so I just had this moment in the car of just surrender. I go, it's okay. If I stay in Texas for a while, it's fine. If I don't move to Maui right away, it's fine. But at the end of the day, I was like, it's cool. Everything that happens in your life happens for your greatest good moving forward. And part of me was just, things were feeling so unstable at the farm, and come to find out, like, you know, like, and I knew this, but I was going to be staying in like a hut with no electricity, really going to be having to rough it, you know, for a while. So I sort of felt like it was a blessing in disguise. Like, maybe this wasn't the best fit for me to get to Maui. So I reached out to my friend Brandon, because he's like, are you still coming? Like, I'm so excited you're coming. And I was like, well, it's not happening. Okay. He was like, what happened? And I was like, things at the farm just fell through, and it's not happening anymore. And I was really bummed. And he was like, look, this is a road bump. It's fine. You'll get here and we'll figure it out. Like, don't get discouraged. He's basically like, if Maui wants you here, she will get you here. If she doesn't want you here, you're not getting here. And I was like, all right, like, I was like, okay. So he made me feel a little bit more encouraged about the situation, which was great. But I think not even 2 days later, literally 48 hours later, I get a message from Brandon. It's like, hey, Jeff and Sharon, the people that I woofed at, it was like a really small B&B on the North Shore. He was like, they have an opening. Like, you can go, but you have to call Sharon like right now. And Brandon's like, look, some girl left early and there is an opening. And part of me, like, I'm not even lying, I was like, I don't know, like, maybe I shouldn't go. And then something in me was like, you're going, do it, call her now. I call Sharon and I reach out to her and I'm like, hey, I'm Corey. Like, I'm one of Brandon's really good friends. Like, do you guys have an opening? And she was like, yes. And I was like, I'm in. Long story short, I think a week goes by. We do texts, we do calls, we do FaceTime, and she sends me the paperwork. I ended up signing it, and I was like, we're going to Maui. And I was just like, I couldn't believe that, like, it happened. And he, you know, Brandon was right. It's like, if Maui wants you, she will create an opening for you to be here. And I'm in Maui. I moved to Maui November 16th. So it's just been a few weeks. It's been a whirlwind of different emotions and feelings and excitement and adventure and learning and hard work and all of those beautiful things. It's it's been a ride. So I'm at Sharon and Jeff's B&B at Hualeo Lookout Point. It's a beautiful small B&B. They only have a couple of cottages that you can stay in on the North Shore, and it's cliffside. It's beautiful. The property is absolutely gorgeous. I love it here. And they have this beautiful house that all the woofers get to stay in. It's so cute. It's like Swiss Family Robinson. It's so rustic and fun and like just so cute. And it's been a wild ride, for sure. I gave up absolutely everything in Texas. I sold all my furniture, got rid of 80% of my wardrobe. I live in leggings and bathing suits and flip-flops every day. I got rid of a lot of things that A, were part of my past, and B, like I just didn't feel like I would need on the island. So I got rid of like absolutely everything. I think I left some artwork and some books and a few other knickknacks at my parents' house, but that's pretty much it. Like, I mean, I literally I gutted my life, and I mean, I'm sure you can tell I just cut my hair off. I just like, I was just like, all right, let's go. This is a whole new chapter. Like, nothing was holding me in Texas. Nothing was grounding me there. It just felt like the same mundane day, you know. It was just, you know, and I had gotten a job. Like, I was kind of running the front desk and managing this beautiful interior design firm and working with designers, and I was having a really good time. And it's like, you know, when your heart says go, you just go. Like, you just don't think about it. And I've spent so much of my life controlling and thinking too hard about things, and they just never happen. In my heart and in my soul, like, it just felt right and it felt good, and I'm here. I will be staying in the woofer program for 3 months. A lot of them are 3 to 6 month stays. It's all about maintaining my money flow and my savings while I'm doing the woofer program. But I would love to find something like remote or something just a little bit more my speed at this moment, because I do like to move around a lot. So having a remote work job and doing this with you guys, I mean, it just means a lot to me to kind of talk about my life. And, you know, if my courage or my journey or what I'm doing inspires other people to do it, this is why I'm here. This is why I do this. So I feel like I've just done so much in my life, and I have so much to share. And I've had to move through some really difficult things in my life, and I'm at this firm state where I know how much courage I've had to have to be me, to do what I've had to do, you know, the last 39 years of my life. And I want to be that guiding light. I want to be that person that tells you to keep going, to have courage, to do what your heart tells you to do, to just be you authentically with love and beauty and grace. And this is me. And I'm excited. I'm here to stay as long as Maui wants me here. I'm really just giving my life to God right now. I'm really just allowing myself to blossom here and ground myself here. And I have to say, it was so challenging when I first got here. I was so sad. I cried a lot, because it's just, when you move grids like this, when you're in a certain energy and then you shift grids and lifestyles and environments, it really kind of shakes you right to your core. You're just like, whoa, what just happened? So yeah, I'm still grounding myself in this space, in this incredible space. I mean, it's so beautiful here. And you know, Hualeo Lookout Point I'm in the jungle. I mean, this is real Hawaii, and it's just absolutely stunning here. I think I'll leave you guys at this point. I will be sharing a lot more of my adventures here in Maui. You know, everything I'm moving through, you know, everything that's going on in my mind, all that kind of stuff. So thank you guys so much for being here, for allowing me to just speak and be real and be in this space with you guys. It means so much to me. If you're curious about woofing or getting involved in that program, it is worldwide. You can do it anywhere around the world. I just chose Maui because that avenue opened up for me here. But yes, leave a comment below. I hope you loved this video. I will be back soon. Thank you guys so much.